Good evening. Welcome all to Bro Billionaire. Wish you a very happy Sankranti. Today I thought I'm going to bring you a new learning video purely based on Cambrella pivot R3 S3 levels. You all know what is the importance of R3 and S3, but when we add more levels, sometimes we tend to get lost and we will fail to see what is happening in the market. You don't need any option chain analysis. You don't need any global news. If you simply follow this and develop a habit of discipline, definitely you can make a lot of usefulness of these Cambrilla pivots and make a lot of money. As you all know, this is Raghav and I'm a part-time trader and I trade only perhaps a half an hour to 1 hour max in the morning time, but still I'm able to make consistent profits. So just for new people, whoever is watching, right? So I just wanted to show how consistent I am so that you can gain confidence in whatever I'm doing. So my motto is to share my learning, and sometime in the future, I want to make quite a lot of money or make trading as a career. Now, this is a small amount, and today my trading psychology was not good enough. What I would like to show is how I am doing for the current month. In some of the previous videos, I have expressed how I do month on month. This is for current month, all right? From Jan 1st to Jan 14th, Sankranti. How am I doing? Okay, this is how I'm doing. What is my trading capital? My trading capital is 75K. And if you recall, except for the first week of January, we are not seeing any big trendy days in Nifty. And I trade only in Nifty. So considering the fact that we had around 10 working days, on an average, I made around 5k. Okay, one day, yeah, 10 business days, 5k approximately. Is that all you can make in Nifty? Definitely not. If you're a full-time trader, what you can do is you can simply double your capital month on month. Now for that, what is needed? For that, learning is needed. Once you learn, then only you will be able to understand. Now quickly, without wasting time. Now this is Nifty chart. What I'm trying to show is, in Cambrilla pivots, we have R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6. Now we remove R1 and R2. I mean, it's very less significant when you're trading with Cambrilla. And most of you, whoever has seen my all the Nifty analysis video, please, I'm begging you again, this Nifty analysis video is a in itself is a learning video on Cambrilla and floor pivots where I share lot of price action and strategies. If you watch all my Nifty analysis videos, you can become a master in pivots. You can start reading the market. Don't have time to what you call sugarcoat or bring in a new caption as a learning videos, but please do, if you're really interested in learning pivots, watch those videos. You will learn a lot. Now for today, I would like to just focus on R3 and S3 so that you understand what exactly these Cambrilla pivots are. So first, I'm going to show you these R3, S3 are nothing but you can consider them as value areas. Value areas means where a buyer and seller feels that the right price for a particular instrument. It might be stock, it might be Nifty, it might be Bank Nifty. They feel it is right. So between R3, so R3 is considered as selling area, S3 is considered as buying area. Remember, these are Cambrilla pivots. Okay, you can call it as H3 or L3. So don't worry about the captions. Here we have R3, S3. So understand how exactly it is done. Now let's say here market opened below S3 and started moving up. How could you identify? Now, first of all, we have a inside bar, then another inside bar at the double bottom end. So you know somebody is buying. Now, beyond that, what else you can identify? The identify is this R3 and this R3. This is yesterday's, this is today's. What is the value area relationship? We call it in pivots as value area relationship. When you consider this R3, S3 value area relationship, we have slightly overlapping higher value area relationship, which means whenever today's R3 S3 is slightly overlapping means moderately bullish, or if it is above previous day R3 S3 means bullish. So if slightly overlapping R3 S3 downside means moderately bearish. If the entire R3 S3 area is below previous day R3 S3 means bearish. So these magical pivots beforehand will tell you what is going to happen today. What would be the bias? Yes, we had a very strong candle and market was very slow. Even I stopped because around the here I did around 4 trades. It was what do you call over trading. So I just stopped. But from here till here, from S3 to R3, one had 30 option points money, right? 30 option points with 20 lots is 30K. What was the hint? The hint was that we had a moderately overlapping area. So market gapped down, but still it broke the high of the day and went up and tested R3. So R3 is a selling area. S3 is a buying area. See, even in the last half an hour, it came almost close to R3. Consider it tested. See what happens. R3 is a selling area, comes down. So first thing what I'm trying to say is you can identify a day's trend based on these overlapping value area relationships. Now, what else you can do? Just observe here. Overlapping value area relationship. Now, can you short here? Yes, market is in range, market is getting exhausted. Sorry, higher value area relationship. In higher value area relationship, no matter what news channels, blabbers, what your experts, analysts, advisors on TV, the only way is there will be a buying happening. So near S3 buy zone, near S3 buy zone. Rather than taking counter trades, this is counter trade for me. You need to take the trade with the trend. What is the trend here? Higher value area relationships means trend is up. Draw a trend line. You will understand better. See here what happens. Price opens in between R3 S3. When a price is in between R3 S3, I will always advise you to allow price to come closer to R3 or come closer to S3 and then make a decision. In the first 5 minutes, it booms, forms a doji. No, allow it to come. Let it go. Comes down, what is the trend? Higher value area relationship. Buy. You will never be disappointed. Most of the traders, what will you do? Even in your losing trade, you tend to hold it, hold it, hold it. Do that holding with the trend near S3, which is a buying area along with the trend. Remember, you need to have a higher value area relationship. You will never lose money. You will never lose. You will maintain very big consistency. Now here, we have lower value area relationship. What do you mean by lower value area relationship? Similar to bullish, it is bearish, right? We have a bearish region. So you need to think bearish here. But before thinking, what happens in the opening? In the opening, this is the previous day, price opens above R3. Above R3 is always buying. So market is giving you a hint in the opening. Yes, the assumption is downside, but for the initial period at least, you can definitely think about buying because it is opening above the previous day high. What will be a stop loss below R3? Now somewhere here you may have R4, R5 where you can take this as double top, evening star, and then take a trade with the trend. You will never be disappointed again. You will make money. But what I'm telling is, where will you take the counter trade against the trend? Trend is down. This was the opening candle was the first sign to take a trade with the trend. Got it. And then somewhere here you could, based on the price action, which I have shown you how to draw the price action areas. This is a double top. In this double top, you are facing a resistance. You have an evening star, you can drop. That's a different story. But I'm telling you how to identify the trend. Yes, market went up, then see which one was which had the bigger swing. downside because market is giving you a hint. Now here we had a higher value area relationship, but price definitely opened outside the value area relation at all. If the price had opened in between, then you could have gone with your bias of going upside. But when the price itself unproves, then you should respect the market. Allow market to prove your assumption. Yes, we have a higher value area relationship. And if market opens somewhere here and breaks R3, go long. Or if it comes near S3, buy. But when the price itself is not here, never think about buying. Don't think about buying because price has already proven you that it is not in sync with the assumption you had in the previous day. Likewise, see here. You have a higher value area relationship. Market opens in between R3, S3. Where should you buy? Near S3. You will never be disappointed. Yes, market comes up, goes up. Market never goes in a straight line. But see what happens here. Same thing here. R3, S3. Market has gone very long. Price opens near R3, fails to break, inside bar comes down. But we are having an ongoing trend. Where should you buy? Near S3. This is previous day high. When you get such a strong green bar breaking above previous day high, the bias should always be on the upside. Yes, most of the day it was going up and down with a lot of overlapping candles, but still towards the end of the day, you got a rally above R3. Now I wanted to show you something. Yes, sometimes similar to narrow CPR, even R3 and S3 can become very narrow. Because you see last 1, 2, 3 days, market is in narrow range. It becomes very, very narrow. When you identify these narrow range of R3, S3 overlapping for 2, 3 days, expect an explosive breakout. This day it breakout, a lot of overlapping. Look what happened. It continued. Positionally, you could have killed 4 days continuous row. I mean, this is not rocket science. Any range breakout in stock market or anything you need to anticipate market is going to up. So because buyers and sellers are indecisive and whoever makes the decision, there are high probability that market will go that way. I wanted to show you one more thing. One more thing was, yeah, watch this one. Now this happens quite frequently when you scan the stocks, but in Nifty or Bank Nifty, it's a very rare occurrence. What I'm talking about is R3S3, R3S3 inside areas. So when today's R3S3 is inside previous day R3S3, anticipate a breakout. You don't know which side, but anticipate a breakout. If it opens near R3 and breaks R3, you go with that side. If it opens below S3 and continues, go with that side, because below S3 you need to go for S4. Below S4 is a breakout. So this inside R3, S3, manage it. Similarly, you have, watch this one. So for 3 days, we have lower value area relationship. Trend is down, but market unproves your assumption on the 3rd day by opening above R3. It opens above R3, comes, takes support, forming a morning star. So this is the key. These are the areas. It is already unproving your assumption where you can confidently take a trade after a long fall or a sharp fall. You can anticipate a pullback, right? This is that kind of pullback. You can easily identify the opening itself. I mean, the opening value area relationship with the opening of the price is a deadly combination. That's the reason you see most of the times 90% of my trades will happen at the opening 5 minutes itself. I don't even wait for 5 minutes. It needs a lot of practice, but understand, if you wait for 5-10 minutes, there's nothing wrong. You will catch the trend. Even half an hour, 1 hour, you can wait, understand the trend, keep the stop loss, take the trade for maximum gains. That is how you need to do. See, lower value area relationship, price open somewhere in between, breaks S3, you have a trend. This is very important for you to understand. All right, this is continuous range, price taking support near R3. Next day, you have a higher value area relationship. Price breaks R3 in the opening 5 minutes, market goes up. This is exactly how you need to understand. Now here you have moderately overlapping. So you can anticipate, yeah, there's a big candle above R3, you have to buy. Somewhere when you get this, wick to body engulfing or inside candle near next pivot, you can think about shorting. There was one more similar way, engulfing R3, S3. If you focus on engulfing R3, S3, you can identify market will be in range. This is Bank Nifty. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is previous day R3, S3. The next day we have R3, S3 overlapping. This is nothing but the market participants have slightly established the trading range, but it will be in a range. If you see up, down, you don't have a clear trend here. Yes, below S3 is a downtrend, but this portion, for middle portion, if you see, market was in range bound. So this indicates that market will be in a range bound. That is what you need to understand, right? And also there was one more. So most of you are interested to know uh, in Bank Nifty opening strategies. So if you observe, previous day high is closer to R3, or previous day close is closer to S3. And in opening half an hour, 40 minutes, if it breaks, go with that side to catch the trend. So this is again inside R3S3. If we have a very wide R3S3, inside R3S3, you have a nice trend. Both sides, you have a nice trend. So I wanted to show you some more thing. What is that? What is that? Okay, I think that is it, man. That is it. Yeah, this is December. If the opening comes very closer to R3, remember, and if it breaks in the opening candle, you can anticipate more or less a big trend. Yeah, this I showed you. This is outside R3 S3 relationship. So basically, overall, I think you understood. That's all I had to share. But what I'm trying to share is when you have this R3 S3 relationships, right? So what I showed you, how the relationship is happening. See, this is overlapping R3, S3 for last 2-3 days. Now, what do you expect? You can anticipate that market will be in a range bound. Can you go aggressive in option trading when you know this? So you can cut your lot size. That's the reason even today I knew that market will be in range bound because we had a external doji candle and I went with very less lots, booked small profit. When you know market is in breakout, it will always break R3, R4 above price will open, below S4, below is breakout, R4 above is breakout. You will know how to trade, right? So hope this was helpful. Hope I did not disappoint you. So there are two key things you need to carry. Inside R3 S3 relationship is a always expect a breakout. Outside R3 relationship, expect a range bound. And the value area relationships will help you in identifying the trend. And when you identify this trend and understand that S3 is a buying area, go for buying. You will never be disappointed. Always go for buying when you see some price action like inside bars, double bottom like this. You will always be going with the trend and you will make money no matter what the news says. So keep these three things in mind. So I was just trying to showcase you the charts. That's the reason why it took some time, but hopefully you understood well. So I will also bring in another learning video about the importance of R1 and S1 floor pivot with CPR. It will be a very dynamic for you to understand the market structure when you compare both Cambrilla and floor pivot knowledge with practice. you will maintain the consistency. You will never be disappointed. Thank you all once again. Wish you a very happy weekend. Have a great day. Thank you.